Okay, so today I'm going to share with you guys my top 10 solos that Chloe did on Dancemoms. Number 1 is going to be Into Me. This was season 4, definitely an emotional point for her at this time because Abby really put her through the ringer. And so this one, it's definitely an emotional piece for her to perform. You can tell that she's, really sinking into this song, very emotive with the facial expressions and stuff like that as well. And I think that it was just a gorgeous piece in terms of the choreography. She executed it to perfection. Her turns are always going to be a moment, certainly in just the rest of the choreography. I really love watching this one. And it even makes me emotional to watch it. And it's funny because I was rewatching all her solos in preparation to make this video, and I was like, okay, this has to be my number 1. And then I looked at my notes up. I was like, wait, I feel like I've already written this down before, and this was already at number 1. So yeah, this just brings a certain emotion out of me, and I just have to have it at number 1 because it pulls something out of me every single time. I love everything about it. I love the costume. Like, this is by far number 1. So we had to start it off with Into Me. At number 2, I got Lucky Star. This was also from season 4. Like I mentioned, she was really going through it at the time, and this was a winner for her, and she really needed it. And the fact that Abby tried to take away the win is just ridiculous. You gave her excellent choreography, she executed it brilliantly, and then you want to take away the win from her because you don't think that she deserved to win. Like, she just really annoys me. But I love the costuming and like the whole star and just everything that was going on there. I think that it looks great. And again, when we're talking about just phenomenal choreography and what she was able to do with it, I mean, this is one of the best executions of it. And so her turns, especially that one at the beginning, it's like a little less than 30 seconds in, to die for, and just everything else with this. Yeah, this was just one of my favorites. Like, every single time I watched it, I'm like, wow, she really did that. At number 3 is going to be Dream on a Star. Now, this is from season 1. This is one of her most iconic solos. Everybody knows this solo. Everyone loves it. I really love the outfit. The turns in here were absolutely incredible as well, and the rest of the choreography. You can tell she just had so much joy performing this one, and yeah, this was at the start, so always a special place in my heart for this one. At number 4, I got Silence. Now, this is from season 2. This was a Nationals episode, and she won Nationals with this. And I really love the costuming on this. This is one of my favorite costumes she wore all the way throughout the show. But yeah, I really liked whenever she had like those dark rolls and stuff like that. And like the music for this one was so interesting. I like the progression of it and the turns and just the way that she stayed in character the entire way through. But yeah, this one, it just really took her to the next level. It's one that I always really enjoyed watching. I just think that there's so much to it that is super, super cool. So this one is definitely up there for me. And it was really nice to get to see her win and to win nationals and have that moment. Now on to number 5, Wreck It. So this was during season 4, and season 4 Chloe was really cooking. I've always said that season 4 Dancemoms, like, just the dancing is like probably my favorite of the show because they're on another level. But yeah, I really like Chloe a lot during season 4 particularly. And I just thought that this was a nice, cleanly executed solo. And I want to see an audio swap of this where they have Wrecking Ball over it because that was clearly the song that they were imitating. But yeah, she just performed this one quite flawlessly, so always a favorite. Now on to number 6, which is going to be You Can. This was during season 3, and this was when Abby made her and Maddie perform the same solo, and Abby taking her win away yet again, which is just ridiculous. But I mean, I just thought that this was a beautiful execution. I thought it was tastefully done, and again, the turns definitely ate, and just everything else here. And I just really like the way that she dances. She has nice lines, as people say, so it was just really cool to get to see that. I like the costuming on here a lot, so this is always one of my favorites. Number 7 is going to be Blackard, another one from season 3, and I just thought that this was pretty fun. It's different from a lot of the stuff that she does, and I just like the energy that it had. I thought that she did great. I like the uniform, and especially at the end whenever she had like that little rock symbol. And of course Abby was mad at that because Abby was mad at like basically everything that Chloe did, but I mean, it just added to their performance in my opinion, so she ate. Number 8 is Don't Catch Me. I always love this one. It's a beautiful lyrical piece, and a lot of these are because that's what I like to see Chloe do the most probably, but she can do other things that I demonstrated throughout the video. But yeah, I just really like this one. The costume, like, it was just a really pretty piece. I really quite enjoyed it. Now on to number 9, Seeing Red. This is another one from season 4. I thought the choreography was a little bit different than what she typically does, but she really nailed it. And, staying in character yet again. I like the costume. Even whenever she smeared her makeup on her face at the end, I just thought everything was a really nice touch. So definitely a favorite one for me. My 10th and final pick is going to be What About Mother from season 3. I was just rewatching this one, and wow, what a fabulous solo that this was. And great, great, great stuff. And deserves a lot more. And whenever I was looking at my list and finalizing it, this wasn't on my top 10. And I was like, I definitely have to change that and make it on my top 10 because how can you not include it? So yes, this is finishing out the top 10. Now on to my honorable mention. So first up, I got Friday Night. So this was one from season 4, and as people kind of pointed out, this is very much giving Paige down, and so maybe she wanted Paige to do it, and then you know what happened, and they left the show. I don't know, and also maybe she was trying to set Chloe up because she definitely did that sometimes. Sometimes she gave her subpar choreography and costumes and stuff like that because she didn't want her to win, and we definitely know that for sure. But I mean, if you just take this on surface value, right, and you appreciate for what it is, this is a really fun dance for me. You know, I always enjoyed watching it. I like the energy that she has. Her facials were on point. I like the costume. It was cute for what it was. You know, I feel like she really did make the best out of what she was given. And so this one was one I was like, I have to put it in an honorable mention. Next up, we got Unchained. So this was from season 2, and I feel like it was sharp, hard hitting choreography. She nailed it, and the character as well. Next up, I Know It's Too Late, season 3. And towards the end of Chloe's tenure, Abby was definitely having some jabs in terms of, you know, the titles of her dances and stuff like that. Because you have I Know It's Too Late, They Don't Want My Kind around here and stuff like that. It's just like, we're getting ridiculous. Why do you hate a child so much? I'll never know. And Chloe just deserves so much better. But, you know, I really like this dance. It's what Chloe does best, so I really appreciate it. Next up, Another Girl. This was from season 3. I really like this one, so I figured I'd mention. This is Trouble from season 2. This was just always a fun one to watch. I feel like she had a good time performing it, so I wanted to mention it. And then my last honorable mention is going to be Follow You, another season 4 solo. And this is one that I rewatched the other day. I'm like, wow, this is a little bit better than I remembered and deserves a little bit more. So yeah, those are going to be my favorite Chloe solos from Dancemoms. But yeah, I just think that Chloe is an excellent dancer, and I just love the way that she emotes whenever she dances. I love how she hits the choreography. But this was something that I had to do because if you know one thing about me, Chloe is my favorite on the show, always has been. I can definitely relate to being the underdog myself and things that I've went through. And so I just thought that this would be super fun to put together, and I'm really glad that I did it. But I really want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree with me? How would you rank these? What are your favorite solos that Chloe performed on Dancemoms? Are there any you feel like I left out? And we'll continue that conversation there. And then in the next few days, I'm going to roll out some more Dancemoms content for fun. So I did post some stuff about my thoughts on the reunion, so you guys can check that out. And then I'm going to do a top 10 solos video for Maddie. And then I'm going to share my favorite group dances. And then I'm going to do one, and it's going to be my favorite duets and trios on the show. So subscribe if you would like to stay tuned for that. But this was really fun to